Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
Hello, Homestead. It's Thursday, April 18th, and time for another episode of HHS In Depth. I'm Ashton Ackman.
And I'm Mackenzie Butts. Welcome to another edition of the show.
On today's episode, you will see stories over WANE TV's Chief Meteorologist Nicholas Ferreri and learn about his normal workday while preparing to create weather forecasts for 3 different newscasts each day.
Reporter Jessica Walter brings us a recap of the Spartan Alliance Band's trip to Disney World over spring break.
Reporter Alex Peters brings you a story over one of Homestead's newest clubs, the Spartan Gamer Alliance, a club made for intense video game players.
In sports, Carson Clymer is back with another edition of The Countdown, this week profiling our girls softball team.
And weatherman Easton Hensley is in with this weekend's weather forecast.
We'll bring you all those stories and much more, so stay tuned for today's episode of HHS In Depth.
As a young girl, Louis Vuitton, with your mother on a sandy lawn. As a sophomore, with reggaeton and the linen you're sitting on. Is your bed made? Is your sweater on?
We begin today's show with a story over the job of a broadcast meteorologist. I traveled to WANE TV here in Fort Wayne to sit down with a well-known meteorologist who has been forecasting the weather for viewers in our area for years. Within the cinderblock walls of this television studio sits a man that is hard at work, watching over the skies above and forecasting the weather. Nicholas Ferreri is the chief meteorologist at WANE TV, a career that's not so easy as it appears.
In order to become a meteorologist for television, you need 4 years of education in college, minimum. You need to have classes in communication so that you know how to speak in front of a camera, speak to an audience, and communicate complex information to people who aren't meteorologists. You, of course, also need lots of courses in the weather and the atmosphere to know what's really happening.
If waking up and falling asleep at odd times is not attractive, then being in broadcasting is not the job for you.
For me, a typical workday consists of making the forecast when I get in. I get into work about 2:45 in the afternoon. I work till about midnight. So when I get in, I look at all the different computer models. I look at the satellite and radar data to see what's happening now. And then I combine those things to figure out what the best guess, the best prediction is for the weather that's to come. I then I write all the content for our weather website. I make the graphics that you see on the news at 5, 6, and 11. Then I'm recording things for our website and for our weather app. This is your Monday night forecast update. My brain is always going as to what weather information to communicate to the audience next.
Sitting in a TV studio is not all they do, as being a meteorologist allows you to connect with the community and meet the people who rely on you to tell them the weather.
Well, you always know what the weather's going to be. So you know what you're going to wear in the morning. You know if your trips, long distance or short distances will be affected. We get to do community events. We get to see the audiences that we make forecasts for. And when the weather's great, here it is, it's warming up, we got sunshine, we got spring weather, they're happy to see us. Well, people are a whole lot happier to see me now than when it's the winter and it's what most people consider bad weather.
If you are interested in a career in meteorology, be sure to double up on your math and science classes and also join us here in the television department to get your broadcasting skills down. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Ashton Ackman.
The HHS Variety Show will be tonight at 7 p.m. in the HHS Auditorium. Tickets may be purchased at the door for $5. Go out tonight for a great showcase of Homestead talent.
Be sure to get out next Saturday, April 27th, to the Environmental Club's New to You resale. This fundraiser event is open to the public, and doors will be open from 9 to 3 in the community room by entering door 1. That's next Saturday, April 27th.
Dare to be a force of nature and go to Homestead's next Environmental Club meeting this Monday in Mrs. Merklin's room, room 206. Bring a friend and don't miss out on their meeting covering the New to You fundraiser, decorating the rain barrel for the Fort Wayne Earth Day celebration. They hope to see you there Monday at 2:45 in room 206.
As your senior year comes to a close, don't forget about the Homestead Senior Bucket List Scholarship. This bucket list may include anything such as learning a new skill, taking a road trip, completing a community service project, making memories, or anything else you have wanted to do. This scholarship is not GPA or test score dependent. Applications are available in Student Services and on the Homestead website, and you will need to turn in your completed application to Student Services no later than 2:45 p.m. on Friday, April 26th.
2 clubs are meeting after school today. Audio Aficionados is at 2:45 in room 600B, and Anime Club meets after school in room 924.
Do you want to have a voice at Homestead? Become a member of your student government. Election petitions are now available in Student Services, the Freshman Academy office, or from Mrs. Moss in room 723. Your petition must be turned in by next Thursday, April 25th.
Over spring break, members of the Homestead School Band got to go to Orlando to perform at Disney World. Reporter Jessica Walter brings us a story recapping their trip.
Over spring break, Homestead's Spartan Alliance Band members got a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to travel to Orlando to march in the parade at Disney World.
Over spring break, the band was able to go down to Disney World in Orlando, Florida, and perform in front of a lot of people there and just get to have a good time over 4 days there.
Students did a lot more than just marching and playing their instruments, as they had many fun opportunities and memories on the trip.
My favorite part about the Disney trip was seeing Blue Man Group perform live one of the nights we were there.
The actual performance, because getting to perform in front of a bunch of people that are from all around the world just coming together and seeing marching band was cool. Not many people know what marching band is around the world, so us being their first experience of that was pretty cool.
Watching the castle lit up, and they played like different Disney songs that went along with it, and the lights and everything was super cool. The fireworks, super awesome.
For the seniors, marching at Disney World was a fun and fulfilling experience after 4 years of hard work.
It was a really cool experience to be able to perform in front of a lot of people that we may not otherwise be able to perform in front of. It was cool to see all the reactions of the little kids we were around, especially. It was a great way just to end our 4 years here.
It was a lot of fun seeing everyone that came to even support us all the way from Fort Wayne. Was super cool.
Marching band season is quickly approaching. For more information on Homestead's award-winning band, see Mr. Watkins or Mr. Warfield. For HHS In Depth, I'm Jessica Walter.
After school, dual credit qualifying testing will begin next week. See your graduating year Canvas page to sign up. All freshmen are required to take and pass the dual credit entrance exam. Juniors and sophomores without qualifying PSAT, SAT, or ACT scores must also take this exam.
Girls soccer players. There will be a meeting for all returning players and any other girls interested in trying out on Monday, April 22nd at 3 p.m. in the community rooms. This meeting will cover all the summer training opportunities and requirements to participate. If you are unable to attend the meeting, you can pick up the information packet in the athletic office.
OPS, along with FWO, are providing free sports physicals on Saturday, April 27th at 8 a.m. at the FWO office on West Jefferson Boulevard. Physicals will end at 11 a.m. or once the last athlete in line has been seen. Please bring a completed 2019-2020 physical form with you. These forms are available on the athletic website and outside the athletic office at door 4. Physicals dated after April 1st are required for participation in any camps, summer conditioning, and tryouts for all teams.
Homestead Book Club members. There will be a book discussion today after school over the assigned reading in room 117. Please bring your book and questions or topics to discuss at the meeting. Snacks will be provided.
Seniors, the Homestead Scholarship listing has been updated. Check it out to see information regarding multiple scholarships with approaching deadlines. The $500 Mark Nee Memorial Scholarship for students interested in environmental science is due in Student Services on April 25th. Students with a B average GPA interested in studying nursing at IU Fort Wayne or St. Francis should look at the Florence Rollins Scholarship, which could cover up to $16,000 over 4 years.
Journey to the Latin Club's next meeting to learn about the ancient cities in Greece and Rome and to celebrate National Classics Week. The meeting will be after school on Tuesday, April 23rd in Mrs. Beckman's room, room 604B.
And now here's reporter Alex Peters with a story over one of Homestead's newest after-school clubs for dedicated gamers, Spartan Gamer Alliance.
Do you love gaming and socializing with gamers like yourself? you should head out to one of Homestead's newest clubs, the Spartan Gamer Alliance. SGA is a place for students who enjoy gaming to relieve some of the stresses of school and socialize with students who share your same interests.
SGA Spartan Gamers Alliance actually is just a club for people to come, relax, burn off some stress from school, and have fun and meet new people.
The club was founded after both teachers and students realized there was no club already in place for students who love gaming to meet up and game after school.
I found SGA after my teacher, Mrs. Line, said, I wish we had a gaming club, and I was the only one that actually went around to it.
The Spartan Gamer Alliance welcomes everybody to join their club.
People who should join SGA are people who look for something that is very fun. It's a great atmosphere. There's just great people in it. They're really nice. There's a couple of people who are second to none. They're just amazing people. They're really nice.
If you want to come hang out, just come in.
SGA meets in room 516 every Wednesday until around 3:45 p.m. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Alex Peters.
And now here is Carson Clymer in with another edition of The Countdown. This week you meet our girls softball team.
Hello Homestead, I'm Carson Clymer. It's time for another edition of The Countdown. This week on The Countdown, I got out to the softball diamond to see how our softball team is doing so far this season. The softball team is off to a great start this year, opening up with a 4-2 record.
The season's going pretty good. Our record is 4-2, and it's just been a lot of fun playing with a lot of the girls I grew up playing with.
So far the season's been going really well. As a team, I think we've all been having a lot of fun and just working hard. We have a record of 4-2, so we've been doing a good job of winning the games and powering through in positions that not a lot of people have initially started in. So everybody's been doing a really good job of working hard, stepping up, and just having fun with the game.
Our season's been going pretty well. We have some people that have stepped up and played positions that they're not used to playing, and overall it's just made our team better.
The team hopes to win both a sectional and regional championship.
As a team, we really want to beat Leo in regionals and hopefully win sectionals as well. Team's goal would probably be to win sectionals, but just honestly grow as a team and get closer and just start playing as a team.
All the girls have the same favorite moment on the year so far.
Highlight of the season is definitely the practice where Jess brought all of these kites to everybody. Literally everyone had one, and then we all flew them for 20 minutes before practice started, so that was a pretty good time.
So my favorite moment would probably be a girl on our team bought kites for all of us, and we just flew kites for the first 20 minutes of practice.
One of the highlights is definitely flying kites at practice with Coach Clegg.
Good luck to the softball team with the remainder of their season. Good luck to all Spartans competing this weekend, including boys golf at Lake Central, girls tennis at Carmel and Penn, boys track and field at Goshen, girls track and field at Penn, softball at Northrop, and finally baseball at Hamilton Southeastern. That'll do it for this week's edition of The Countdown. I'm Carson Clymer. Have a great 3-day weekend.
And now it's time for the 3-day weekend weather forecast with weatherman Easton Hensley. Find out how the weather will be on Easter Sunday.
Howdy hey, howdy ho, Homestead. I'm your weatherman, Easton Hensley, and welcome to your weekend weather forecast. We have a long holiday weekend coming up, so let's get into the weather. Tonight we'll have a low of 42 and bring the first thunderstorm of the year. Friday will be cloudy with a high around 50 and a low of 39. Saturday will also be cloudy with a high of 58 and a low of 48 with some scattered showers in the afternoon. And here's your Easter Sunday forecast. Well, that wraps up this weekend's weather forecast. Your quote of the week comes from Drew Persinger, who once said, "You troglodyte." I'm Easton Hensley, and I'll see you next week.
Well, that wraps up this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Ashton Ackman.
And I'm Mackenzie Butts. Thank you for watching today.
Today, we leave you with footage of last week's Performing Arts Convocation, which kicked off our annual Spring Arts Week.
Have a great 3-day weekend, and we'll see you back here next week.